Hey, what's up guys? Wallen Customs here, and today we are taking a look at my new custom undisputed belt from undisputedbelts.com. I'll leave a link in the descriptions below. Check that out. This is version 2. If you have not seen the version 1 video that I had up of that one in the middle, go check it out after this. The video will be below in the descriptions. But I love belts, so I just had to get this. But first off, let's take a look what you get in the box. Alright, so first off in the box, you do get this. This is a nice box that they give you, and actually has a stamp of Undisputed Belt on the side, which I love. It's a nice, satisfying feeling when you go home and you see this box laying outside, and you see this little stamp right here. Just like, oh yeah, the belt is here. Next up, you get this awesome drawstring bag right here, which the belt is inside. And it's really good. It's a nice material too, not that soft, but it's a nice, fabric material. And it also has the Undisputed Belt logo on the outside, which is pretty cool. Next, you get a little bag full of screws in case you need some extra ones or you lose a couple of them, so that's always nice to have. And last but not least, you get the belt. Now, this is the version 2, like I said before. The version 1, which is not a bad belt, I'll take a look right now at it really quickly. It's widely made after the big gold belt right next to it, as you can see right there, which isn't bad. It's pretty cool. When you get the version 1, back in the day, maybe last year about, it's really limited how you get it. Either you have, for the plates, they're either silver or gold, and for the strap, it's either black or white. So, you could mix around whatever you want, that's fine. But, that's how it was back then. Now, they really stepped up their game. They have different colored straps, they have different colored plates. So that's how it looks like, the one I got. I got black with silver plates. And the silver plates are pretty good looking. I like them a lot, but, the only drawback to them is that it's pretty much like a mirror, So these are laser etched belts, they use lasers to engrave your design and everything like that. It looks good. Sometimes on different angles it's kind of hard to see, but overall you get the point across. But now they have the version 2, which is a fantastic looking belt. New design, which I love a lot. It's like a diamond shaped, six-sided, whatever you want to call that. Looks a little bit more prestigious in my opinion, and definitely more unique, which I like a lot. Because sometimes you might look at that belt, even though it's nice, people are like, hey, that's like a copy of the big gold belt. You look at this one, this is more unique in my opinion and a lot better looking. Now, in addition to the new plate design, they also have new plate colors. And the newest one is black, which I love so much because, like I said before, the silver one isn't bad, but sometimes it's kind of hard to see your design. When you look at that one, you can see the design so much easier because it's a black plate and they basically laser etch your design, turns, silver or metal, if you want to call it that, and it's so much easier to see everything, which I like a lot. And with the straps now, they have a lot more colors. They have black, they have white, they have blue, they have red, they have yellow, purple, I think they have brown also, I'm not sure. They also have brown, all the same colors for that design as well, so you can mix and match whatever you want to do. Now, if you're not really accustomed to how this works, basically you go on the website and you select what kind of belt you want, what color strap, what color plate, and then you pick your colors, and then you pick your images. So each image for each plate, the middle plate, the side plate, the end plates, and everything like that, and then you submit it. After that, they will email you with a proof, a draft of how the belt will look like. You can go back and forth with the design team to get exactly how you want your belt to look like, and you won't have any problems there. They're really flexible. Their customer service is fantastic there. You're only allowed one image at a time, so when I submitted mine, I put the ego first, and then when I'm going through the emails of the design team, I asked them to put a globe in the back. I uploaded the picture through the emails, and they put it in there in the updated draft. So they're really flexible, so you won't have any problems. Alright, so taking a look at my belt up close and personal, as you can see on top, it says Wallen Customs, and on the bottom it says Championship. You could actually customize whatever you want on the top and bottom, so that's pretty cool. Looking at the center right now, the bird, it's debatable what kind of bird this is. When I did my Google search, it did come out as an eagle. Doesn't quite look like an eagle though, but what I liked a lot about this picture was the fact of the wings. I love how the wings spread out so wide, and they also curve up, which is really nice. So I kept that. It could be an eagle, it could be a A pigeon on steroids, who knows? A falcon maybe, even a dove. I don't care. I just love the wings, how they spread out that way and separate also. So I kept it. Looks pretty good to me. On the sides right there, on the first part are gorillas, because I love gorillas. Gorilla strong right there. And at the end, we have my name in Chinese, Wai Lun. And at the other end, we have my wife's name right there. Now forgive me right now, it is 20 degrees outside. It's winter in December 2018. The heat in my house is on, so bear with me, it goes on and off. But I will talk a little bit louder. But I can't stress enough the black plates. I love the black plates so much because you can see everything so much easier, so much better and clearer, which is always nice to have. You know, I like the first version of the belt, but the silver was kind of getting to me that you can't really see the designs that much. Whatever angle you're looking at this belt, you can always see what's on it, so that's always nice to have. And I'll do a comparison of the first version side by side, but you'll see the key differences. Like even they have a nice line going around it. You know, just added more design to it, which is always nice. All right, so let's talk about the strap. The strap right here, which is different from the version 1, is a pretty decent size. It measures about 54 inches long, which is pretty average. At the end, it's about 4.5 inches long. And at the center, it's about 11 inches long right there. Now, it's a decent strap. There is some thickness to it. It's not stiff at all, which is, you know, some people don't like a stiff strap. So if you like that, you'll like the floppiness to it. Weight-wise, there's not that much weight to it, though. It's pretty thin overall. Here's the back. You want to see the back of it. Oh, you see the screws and the snaps. In the center right there, you do have an indentation of Undisputed belts. Now, what I did notice on this belt compared to the version 1, that there is a little bit of a bubbling going on here. You can see it sometimes. I never had that problem with the version 1, which I've had almost, you know, half a year, maybe a little longer. That material, a little bit, I have to admit, that material on that belt is a little bit better than this one due to the fact of the bubbling. I actually have two of these. I have this in red and I also have in black, but I'll show the black one after. Alright, so taking a look at the belts side by side, we have the version 1 with the version 2 right there. As you can see, the version 1 strap is actually a tad longer compared to the first one. Maybe like a couple centimeters, not a big deal or difference. But you can see the difference in the plate colors. We have black versus silver. Like I said, the silver's nice. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see in different angles, especially when the light is shining on it. Definitely in person, it's a little bit harder to see. It is also very fingerprinted prone, if you can't notice it right now. I mean, you could definitely get some fingerprints on that one, but it's not as noticeable because it's black. Alright, now quickly taking a look at the strap. I honestly think this one is a lot nicer in material. Actually feels a little bit thicker as well, and the finish on it is a little bit different compared to the new ones. There's no bubbling on it as well. I've had this for, you know, a decent amount of time right now, and everything looks pretty nice. I also noticed they actually reversed the strap snaps on it. So on this side you have the bottom part, but on the new one it's on the other. It's the top part, and it's not upside down. It's the way it should be. So I guess they just changed that up. It's up. Yep, it is the way it should be. So they definitely changed that. Lastly, I want to talk about the side plates. Like I said before, it's a little bit different. They actually added more of a border to these, which is nice, a double line. So one on the outside, one in the middle. On the old plate, there is nothing right here. It's just a picture that you choose. Now, like I said before, I got this a long time ago, so maybe now if you still get this first design, they might add borders now. So who knows, times has changed. And they definitely have upgraded the design as well. Just taking a look at some stuff right here. You know, all of this stuff is all standard, like the globe up there is standard, the lines. This border is pretty standard. You just change the words right there. Here's the bottom too. And over here on the new one, you have some stars on the bottom, the border, and you have a small little globe right there. Alright, so right now on the bottom, we do have the black strap. When I actually ordered this belt, I actually ordered it with the red strap, but they didn't have it in stock yet, so they sent me my belt with a black one, and they sent the red one a week later, which is pretty nice. Now I have two belts. so I can switch them up if I want to. To be honest, I don't know which one I like. I like the black one, I like the red one, so I might switch it out later. We'll see how it goes. But taking a look at this belt, there is some bubbling over there, as you can see. Not as bad as the red one, but still it is a nice strap overall. Now, quality control wise, like I said before, so for the strap, you do have that bubbling on the new straps. In general, the stitching is really nice. It's pretty decent overall. The black one is actually a little bit better compared to the red one that I have. Not that noticeable, but like these seams going on the edges. At the top for mine, it's a little bit crooked right there on the top. I didn't even notice that. I noticed that maybe like 3 days later. So it's not like I said, it's not that noticeable. If you're looking from afar, you would never notice it. But just something to point out. On the black one, it's pretty near perfect though. Alright, so quick size comparison right now of some other belts I have in my collection. We have the big gold belt on top, and we have the first original Gladiator WWE Tag Team Championships on the bottom. And as you can see, it's a decent sized belt. I actually wanted to point out that the center plate actually is pretty big. The V1 belt actually was a little bit smaller, and I didn't like it that much. But on the new one, it is a pretty decent size center plate, as you can see, compared to the big gold, which is probably the biggest center plate there is. And here it is with the tag team belt. I'll do a measurement right after this so you get the dimensions. Alright, so measuring the belt, it is about 10 inches up and down, and going across with the current curve, it's about a solid foot, so it's pretty wide. The side plates are about 4 inches high and across, and the end plates are about 3.5 inches high and across. Alright, so quickly talking about the plate itself, it's a solid metal sheet right there. It's not that thick, it's pretty thin actually, but don't worry, it feels really nice, good quality, solid, so it doesn't feel cheap at all. It's not like a replica where it's really thick, has layers and everything like that. These are laser etched designs, but it still looks nice. I don't have a problem with it. Even my big gold is pretty thin also. It's not the thickest belt in the world. With that being said, it's pretty thin. There is a slight curve to it. I would probably want to do a deeper curve because, like I said before, it is actually 12 inches, one whole foot across with the current curve. So you could probably use a little curve to that, and you shouldn't have a problem doing it yourself. Just do it really slowly. You don't want to do it too much, and do it evenly on each side. Alright, let's put it on my shoulder. There it is. What do you guys think? Like I said before, it's a pretty decent sized belt. It's about 10 inches this way, about 12 inches, a whole foot going up and down or across. So like I said, it has a nice surface area. Here it is on the side. It goes back, droops down all the way, doesn't stick or anything like that. So I know a lot of people would like that. But overall, I'm really happy with it and satisfied. As you can see, this is my man cave. I actually recently moved. That's why I've been away for so long, really busy. Back there, I do have a turtle tank, so my apologies if you heard some water in the background. That was from the pump splashing water. I turned it off since then. But yeah, another video for another time. But here's the belt, and I will do a comparison of some other ones. Alright, so next up right here, we have the belt on my waist, and definitely feel the power. Very nice. Like I said before, it is pretty wide. It could use a little bit of a curve. I have lost about 20 pounds since my last video, so I'm a little bit smaller now, but it's not a bad thing. But yeah, here's a side view of it. You want to see how it looks like. Not bad. Kind of loose, but I could probably do another snap in. But I like it. Alright, so now side by side we have the V1 with the V2. As you can see, like I said before, it is a lot smaller compared to the new one in size, which I like a lot. A nice big surface area on the center plate. But yeah, that's how it looks like. Alright, so next up right here, we do have the tag team belt, which is a little bit smaller as well. So definitely a lot heavier. This is probably one of the heaviest belts I've had. This is very thick, and a lot of thick side plates too. So The weight of this one isn't that bad. Actually, it's not heavy. It's like 2 pounds, probably not even. But yeah. And last but not least, here it is with the big gold belt. So side by side, like I said before, it's a pretty decent sized belt. Nice center plate on it that could almost rival the big gold belt. Walk around like this all day. Alright guys, so that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below in the comment section. I will try to answer them ASAP. Other than that, I'm really happy how the belt turned out. The V1 is not a bad belt. If you want to go for that, go ahead. To me, it reminded me too much of the big gold belt though. But if you want a custom belt, in my opinion, you gotta go with the V2. It's a lot bigger, the design's more unique, in my opinion, a lot nicer overall. Other than that, the black plates are a game changer. You can definitely see the design a lot easier and clearer, which is really nice. And overall, yeah, I'm just really happy how it turned out. As for the strap, I pointed out before, there is some quality issues to it. Just on my red one though, the black one I have is flawless, so it might vary from belt to belt, but you shouldn't have a problem with it because it's not that noticeable. Other than that, yeah, I don't know which one I'm gonna keep. I like the red one. The black one looks good too, so we'll see which one I end up with. Also, I'm gonna give a curve to this, and so it should be really nice afterwards, whatever strap I pick. But yeah, that's about it guys, so thank you for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace! Now that's a curve. Oh yeah, it's good. All right, I gotta say, with the curve, that looks good. Goes around a lot more too. Not bad. Peace.
That's crispy.